Ah, I'm live. I'm alive. It's live party time. It's not really a party, really, kind of. Is it? I don't know. There's no one here yet. Excuse me. I'm dying. I accidentally got some of the beard spray stuff in my mouth. So it's kind of screwing with my throat a little bit and my voice. And I can't take anything to drink for it because basically excuse me, God. I'll try not to get any of the mustache stuff in my beard. It's in my mustache. So I somehow got some of it in my mouth when I sprayed my beard. And basically it's just been tickling the back of my throat ever since. And it tastes awful, like holy crap. Stop that. I'm really, really warm as well because I've been wearing the Santa suit and I've been wearing the Santa hat and the Santa pants for the filming of the video. And holy crap, is that stuff super warm? It's meant the Santa suit that I've got is basically thermally. It's like super thermal, so that you can wear it outside as well as inside. But I cannot imagine being inside in the full suit for like an hour. You know, that wouldn't happen. I wore, for half an hour, 45 minutes of filming, I wore the hat and the pants and and nothing in between. So I might have a worse cold now than I had before, because before I had a little cold, but now I've got an actual cold. Oh, thanks by the way. I love this. I've only got Dreamy in the chat. Hi, Dreamy. And yet I've got a dislike for the Christmas like party hangout thing. Who is the heartless bastard that doesn't have Christmas? I mean, who is that? Who is that guy? Seriously. I'm just curious because it's just so stupid. I pity you. I pity you so hard. Oh God. Anyway, yeah. So the beard thing. The beard coloring stuff is basically I got some of it in my mouth and I can't take anything to drink because I tried that when I first got some in my mouth, and I drink and some of my mustache always gets wet. So the newly sprayed stuff that was on my beard, on my mustache, went right into my mouth, into my drink, and then went into my mouth. So it basically was just like, here the to wash away the flavor of the stuff you just had. Here's some more stuff you just had. So yeah, and I drank a couple of beers for the video itself as well, because there's a very, very short burpy bit in the middle, and that's mainly because as I was drinking the beer, I realized I drank one beer, and then I realized during the second take when I drank a second beer that basically that the beer tasted weird. It didn't taste, the mixture of this chemical, whatever it is, and the beer itself basically just. I mean, it didn't. How do I describe it? I can't. I cannot describe it. it just tasted different. And then I realized, oh yeah, that's because it's the stuff that's on my mustache. It's leaking into my beer and changing its flavor. So yay! Oh my god, stupid. So yeah, so I might be spluttering every now and again because, well, it will not go away. It won't go away. It's just, I think it's because it's a completely unnatural tickle. You know, it's an unnatural chemical that's in there. It's just waiting for, I'm just waiting for the mucus to build up around whatever it is that's in my throat so that I can then cough it away from my throat. So yay. So, anyway, welcome, Dreamy. I'm sorry about the diatribe about the whole the beard thing, the beard dye stuff thing. By the way, it's stuck in this shape. It will not deviate. It is very, very solid. So it won't be this puffy. I keep seeing it. It's in my field of vision. I can see it. But it's like it won't go down. It's away from my face because that's the way I sprayed it. I put a towel underneath my beard and I sprayed the crap out of it so that I wouldn't get it all over my skin. And incidentally, if it does get in your skin when it's wet, it basically stays there because it stays in the micropores of your skin. My nail. It just stays. I washed my hands like 3 times already. So when I have a shower, this is going to be bad. Oh boy. Weird. It looks so strange still. I really like it, but at the same time, I don't like how it feels. I like the look, I just don't like how it feels. That's why it's going to definitely come off, especially on this side. It's actually stained my skin. Not sorry, this side. Mirroring, it's stained my skin a little bit, but thankfully, when I was recording, it didn't look like it came out in the recording. So yeah. Someone sounds like they don't deserve presents from SantaTubs, though. I'm pretty sure I know who that is anyway, and they are a sad piece of shit, so whatever. Anyway, so to anybody watching now, and basically anybody that's going to watch in the future, it's a bit late to watch this in the future for what I'm about to say. If you're hearing this now, like the next day, like tomorrow or something, then basically it's a bit late because I have opened up Discord. So if you don't want to appear on camera, then you can voice chat to me or with me in Discord, and I've opened it up. I'm on the Discord streaming tubs thing. I'm hoping this doesn't screw up my computer because this is the reason why the reason why I stopped doing the opening up the voice channel on Discord at the same time when I'm doing a live stream is because it usually fed back and basically crashed Hangouts when Hangouts was a thing. So that's why I stopped doing that. But I don't know. This is kind of a test of that feature as well. So basically, if it crashes, it's because of that. So yeah, I've unmuted my Discord as well, which might be a bit of a problem because there might just be random messages from other Discord servers. And again, sorry about that. That's going to happen a lot. But yeah, so that's open. Also, if you go onto my Discord and go into the live chat extra, the live chat room on Discord, I've got that open so we can share links and stuff. If you want to send me a video to watch or something, I will watch it very briefly on there. This video is probably going to be taken down if I watch anything with super copyrighted stuff. So I can't watch like the new Star Wars trailer or anything like that. Not that there is a new Star Wars trailer that I haven't seen. I'm just saying that basically it was an example, but yeah. Excuse me. I've included a link if anybody is watching this on YouTube and doesn't already have a, isn't already in my Discord server, all you got to do is basically follow the link that's in the description of this video, and you will basically be taken to the Discord. It's very, very simple. If you don't have a Discord already, Discord account already, then it's very, very simple to set one up. And yeah, that should be okay to be in my Discord server. So yeah. The link to this stream, if you want to join in the stream, then is basically also on Discord. So I didn't put it on here just in case. So if you want to get to be hanging out in the fake hangouts in this place with me on cam, then you can do. You can actually be part of the stream as well by following the link on Discord and going to just going there, and it should just take you straight to it should just take you to the StreamYards website, and you could basically you don't need an account to log in. You basically just you send them your email address, they send you a code, and then you basically are in the stream with me. So that's cool. So I might have to repeat all of this again. I'm trying to keep it short and simple, but at the same time, it's not. So yeah. So we're going to try this out. Before we get started with me reading more stuff, I'm going to read it anyway. What the hell? Yay, it's gorgeous Santa Tubs. Gorgeous Santa Tub. Again, I like the look. I don't like this this bit of the not beard, my face being stained white, but this side is perfect on camera anyway. It looks very grey on my other camera. This camera seems to white out everything, so it basically is helping with the whole Santa look. Basically, oh, I forgot to bring my hat in here, my Santa hat. But just imagine the Santa hat on, and this being red instead of blue, and basically that's what I did for my video. There's also pictures of the video on my Discord as well. Jeffers, I'm sorry that you can't see it because you're not on Discord or anything. Seriously, still, how many years have you been talking to me? How many years have you been talking to me, honestly? So many. And still, yeah. I'm going to get offended if this happens next year. If by this time next year you're not communicating to me on anything besides email and YouTube, I'm going to be a little bit offended. I might just, probably not, but I might just. You don't know. You don't know. Seriously, get some kind of technology. Oh my God. Now my nose is dripping. I told you I had a bit of a cold earlier, but standing in my living room with the door open, the back door open, not the front door open, because I didn't want people to see me in my harness and just in Santa pants and the Santa hat and the harness. I don't know if that might have affected my cold. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I might have a worse cold now, excuse me, but probably not. Try not to get any. Well, it's not as white. I'm gonna try not to get any of my mustache. Dreamy, stick around. I've got some beef with you. Well, not beef. Just I've got some jealous ramblings to talk to you about. Yeah. You like the beard? It's actually white now. It was when I first put it on, it just was like little globs. But it's actually white in the camera anyway. In person, I don't know. It does look still a bit grey, but yeah. I like it. I just wish that it would stick around forever, but I don't like the way it feels. It feels very much like a oh, what's it called? It feels slightly softer than steel wool. It feels slightly softer than steel wool, just a little bit softer than steel wool. That's what it feels like, because it kind of coats the hair. It runs down the hair in little beads, and as it does that, it coats the hair in a faux white substance, and basically it makes, that's how it changes the color of the hair. So when you first put it on, it doesn't look white, it looks like it just beads. So fun. Super fun. But yeah, it feels very solid. I'm poking quite hard into it to get it to move, and it's stuck this way, sticking out. But yeah, it worked for the video. It doesn't have to feel good, it just has to look good. Whatever. I'm gonna obsess over my mustache a little bit. For some reason, this side is going off and is very prominent, whereas this side is just, it's like it matches. It's just that the way that the lighting is in here, it doesn't really look like it matches. It really does look grey when there's fading. You know, there's shading on it. It doesn't matter. Oh, go away. I'm gonna try to take another. I've got to very gently. Very gently drink my. Oh, forget it. Because I don't want any of the stuff to go in there. Anyway. So enough of the beard. Unless you want to talk more about the beard, I can talk all the time about this thing. It's way easier. It was way better. Dealing with this was way better than the horrible fake one. It looks amazing. The fake one looks amazing, but the problem is that the fake one stains like super easily. Like just the oils on your hand are enough to basically make it slightly orange. I don't know why. I have no idea why. So yeah, and I had some scotch. I had some scotch last time when I wore the other one. So there's kind of like a yellow, orange kind of like mark around the mouth. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it still looks good. It still looks good. It's just that it's kind of a pain in the ass, and it gets in your mouth all the time. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know how people wear that thing all the time. I don't get it. I did like the wig. I did consider putting the wig on with this, but the wig looks so white and so pristine that it made this look basically like this color. It's not, you know. Anyway, so yeah. What? Jealous rambling? What I do? I'll tell you in a second. I'll tell you in a second. You didn't do anything. You've done nothing wrong. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's just that I was depressed one day, and essentially I checked my messages on Discord and checked the servers and stuff, and I saw that you posted a picture of like a meeting or a Gromov or something with a bunch of guys that I've always wanted to meet, and basically I was like, oh fuck's sake. Why is everyone on the other side of the fucking planet than me? So I was just really annoyed and jealous that I wasn't there, you know? It was kind of just, it's just so annoying, especially when I was feeling so low. I was like, if I was there, it would make me feel super, just 100% better. But I'm not. So it bummed me out so much. But yeah, especially at the time. At the time I was talking to UK Big Chub. I can't remember his name, Nigel. And essentially, he said that I was hard to talk to. It was too hard. It was too hard work talking to me, and then stop talking to me. And I was like, "Whoa, what did I do?" You know. So all at the same time, knowing that yeah, I was just I was so bummed. You know. But that's what happens. I will say this: that basically it was my fault because it was my fault because I will give this piece of advice for anybody that's suffering depression, or if you suffer depression in the future and stuff like that. Don't look at social media. Just just don't go on social media. Don't do it, because social media is designed. People post the happiest, the most up times of their life on social media, and it's only going to make you slightly jealous when basically everybody's having such a great time and you're not. So you know because yeah, it's a very, very poor representation of people's lives. It's basically, if you looked at everybody's, if you picked just one person in the world and look at their social media, and it would be like, you'd think that this person was the happiest person in the world and they get to go on all these cool trips and stuff like that, and it's like, it's not the case at all. It's like, it's totally not the case. It's the happiest moments of their life. It's their congratulation posts and stuff like that, and it's you know so yeah, it's gonna make you just really bummed out more. So I will say that if you're in a bit of depression, stay away from social media. I'm in a rather unique situation that I have to manage social media, certain social media on Discord anyway. I've got a server, so I have to check it. I'm a mod on a couple of different servers as well. So basically, it's like I've got to just make sure people aren't being shit, you know. um, so yeah. Anyway, I missed a couple of bits because I've been talking, but that's what this is. Again, if anybody wants to like join in on the talks, then the live chat is open. The voice chat is open on Discord, and also the link is also on Discord to join this. So yeah, it's kind of a party. I say it's a party, but it's basically just a hangouts party. It's not really like a huge party or anything. I was going to play music, but it kind of just got no. Last time I played music, the live stream was taken down. So yeah, we're not doing that unless it's the YouTube like music, and I haven't set that up yet. I can set it up if anybody's bored of just hearing me talk and there's no music in the background. But yeah, I do have beer, but I do not know how much more beer I'm going to have, because the beers that I had while filming with this on, I basically nearly choked to death and died. So yeah. Amanda Ward is here, and they say, I love grey beard. You like my grey beard? I wish it would stay. I wish it would stay looking like this. Sadly, after this live stream goes offline, I'm going to jump in the shower and I'm going to power wash the fuck out of it, because it feels very uncomfortable. It's very stiff. And when I was putting it on, by the way, they don't tell you this. It doesn't say this on the can, but it actually, because it applies to your skin a little bit, and it basically, as it dries, it kind of like constricts. It feels slightly stingy, and it feels so artificial and crap, but it does this, and it's not so, it's just stiff now. It doesn't actually like pull on my skin or anything. It stained my skin on my hands from when I was applying it, but anyway, I think I know the exact picture you're talking about. Yeah, Dreamy, yeah. So see, that wasn't so bad, was it? It was just, at the time I was just like, oh, I want to die. Everyone's having such a great time except me. It's like, ugh. Sorry, Tubbs, and sorry that happened with my. It's okay. I don't know. I never know how to basically talk to that guy. It's just, it seems kind of like, I think we're having a nice conversation, but behind from his perspective, he thinks that we're not, and that it's hard work, and I don't get it, and I'm sorry, but I'm just sorry. I don't know what for. I don't know what I've done, but yeah, it's a real shame, because I basically like I was gonna get him some stuff. We were going to meet up, but I'm guessing that's off the table, although it's never been said that it's been completely off the table. I don't know what's going on. Love his partner though. His partner's like super nice, and it's just oh, he's just so lovey-dovey, you know. Just he's a very cuddly person, and you know, I miss talking to him as well as Nigel. But I, you know, it's it's weird. It's weird. I just never know how to talk to that guy. Anyway, hey Itchy, I wish you were here, like right here. I feel so much better. I got your picture on my wall still. It's nice. Anyway, Larry says, love the big grey full beard, and it would look even better if you shaved your head bald. When will you do a new head shave video for us? Actually, I don't know because, well, this is already gone long enough for me to cut it, but I don't know. I was going to do some filming when Itchy was here about creating this look, but before it grew in already. But essentially, we never got to do that. And also, Itchy is a monster and will try to rip all of the hairs out of your head and give you bald patches in places that you didn't think that you had bald patches. So, yeah, like, yeah, it's like I wouldn't mind Itchy doing my hair, but it's only because it's Itchy doing my hair. You know, any excuse to be with Itchy is nice. Just, you know, not when he's got a shaver. But yeah, I mean, it's so I'm just replaying it in my head. It's hilarious. Just he. For somebody who has great hair, I don't know how they could screw up. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stop attacking Itchy. I'm gonna stop it. Okay. Are we throwing shade at people? Oh no! Before Larry, yes, I'm planning to, but essentially, it's just a hard thing to schedule filming. You know, because it's like I don't have a haircut that often. I do trims and stuff while I'm in the shower. You know, I do quick trims because I've got a razor in the shower. So yeah. uh, so basically, I just trim up any things that look a bit off, and I also do my face because you can see this bit that failed to get dyed, but I've got lots of hair, so I have to do the whole thing where I shave all of my hair all the time. It's fun. But yeah, I will do one. It's just that nobody really requests it. You're the first person that's requested it for a long time. You know, there's one person on Pornhub. Well, it might even be you. There's one person on Pornhub who also like wants to see that again, and it's like it's just me cutting my hair. I mean, I will do it, but you know, just me cutting. We've shown. I don't think we are, but unless it's at you, I don't know. Social media is all the highlights of someone's life and none of their downsides or bad moments. It can be the bad moments, but it's just that they often are full of people giving them support and stuff, and it can also kind of make you a little bit jealous of that because it's like, you know, if you basically post nothing but bad stuff on your social media, then you might get one or two people like saying, you know, good luck with that and stuff like that. Basically, but you know, you're not going to get nearly as much attention if you basically just like post nothing but positivity and then post something like, you know, my nan died, I feel sad, and then lots of people will basically just flood that person with, you know, attention and what's it called, you know, they will uphold them, give them big ups. You know. So um I want to be there too. I want you to be here too. I barely know his partner Simon. He barely talked to me. I talk to Nigel more than Simon. I Yeah. I basically I talked to Simon first because I'd met him at Gromov, and I don't. I met him at like 3 now. I've met him like 3 times, and he drove me home for the Cambridge grow off, and that was quite fun. So that was nice. But he was basically, yeah. I don't know how to describe that. It wasn't hard. He gets nervous. He's a bit nervous. It seems to be what I'm attracted to. Oh, I just pixeloid. um, I'll wear a GoPro while I shave you next time. Yeah, is haircutting a fetish? Yes, but most things are fetishes to somebody. Everything's a fetish to somebody, you know. I stumbled across a toilet paper loving fetish the other day, and it's only because I basically looked at the toilet paper now. I was like, oh yeah, I've got to say that. I remember that. That was weird. Yeah, it's basically like somebody was mummified in toilet paper, and then they kind of like broke out very slowly and made wet patches in certain places. And yeah, it was like, really? Okay. As long as you're not hurting anybody, then well, as long as you're not hurting anybody without their consent, then yeah. I mean, it's a thing, you know, fetishes with anything. So yeah. Um, there's many haircut videos on YouTube that yeah, well, most of them are styling, but yeah, there are haircutting videos. I wonder if there's a hairdresser out there that gets off to their work. Oh god, yeah, there's probably tons. So yeah, right. So now I've gotten to the bottom of the chat just yet. While there's more chat being generated, I'm going to again plug that you can basically join the conversation in person by basically actually, you know, not just typing, although that's nice. You can join the voice chat if you go into my Discord server. There's the Streaming Tubs channel, and one of them is a voice channel, and I'm on there now. So basically, anybody wants to join that, they can. There's also a link on the Discord on the Live Chat Extra channel, and you can basically find the link to it there, and you can even join me in picture and all that stuff. So there's that. I will also point out I was going to do this way earlier before the random talking about talking. The So this live stream is basically it's not your traditional Christmas party. In the past, I've basically done an actual Christmas party where I will basically it's essentially an excuse to get drunk with friends. I hang out with you guys, and I basically I drink, and it's mainly because my Christmas party is something that I used to do every year. I used to go to the King's Arms where I met my first partner, Craig, my first male partner, and basically drink to his memory and stuff. But since I can't do that because I can't afford it, I just stay here and we have like a mini get together and talk. And basically, I usually get drunk anyway, and we hang out and have some fun and stuff. Sadly, though, this year I do have the beer, and I'm probably not going to get drunk because this is on my face, and like I said, this will kind of go in my mouth if I drink anything. So yeah, so I'm probably going to do the drinking by myself, but at least the hangout portion is with you guys here and now, and I'm going to stay for at least another hour. So yeah, just talking about stuff. What? Tubbs, I'm so sorry I had a phone call, but I'm back now. Yay. Hey, Jeffers, it's okay. I get it. Not everybody can be here for it. I get it. It's fine. Yes, be careful, Tubbs. You don't want to drink grey beer. It wasn't. I don't think it was great. I don't know. I didn't really see it. I just kind of like tasted. It tasted like the bit because I've already had 2 beers when I've been filming the video and stuff. Again, you can see pictures of that on my Discord. I took them with my other phone, and my other phone, it won't connect to Discord. I don't know what's wrong with my other phone. It just won't. It's got the internet, but basically it said we're having connection issues whenever I tried to open the Discord app. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know the filming. It's going to be up probably sometime after tomorrow. It's definitely going to be up this weekend. It's all on here and stuff, along with some other footage that I'm not allowed to show anybody else ever, which is sad, but at least it's on my phone and I can see it, and it is nice. But yeah, got to remember not to upload that by accident because, well, YouTube will shut me down anyway. But yeah. What was I going to say? I'm still kind of pissed I can't release that because it's so good. Not many of you guys will know. In fact, only one of you probably will know what I'm talking about. So I'm just I'm not gonna elaborate on it at all, really. But yeah, is that a new phone case, Tubbs? I like it. No, actually, this is just the, you don't usually see this one because this one. Because this one is the phone that I usually stream from, so you don't usually see this one. It's just white. It's just the phone case is just not as good as the other phone cases that I've got for my other devices. Did it just cut out for a second? I don't know. But yeah, you don't often see that phone case. It's just like the other cases. It's white and it's made out of plastic instead. So yeah. Off topic, but well, no, we can talk about anything. So honestly, I've got an hour to basically just to hang with you guys. So yeah, off topic, but while I don't think my weight has changed much to 83 pounds, I think I'm kind of bigger. Well, from what I've seen from the pictures that you posted on, you did post them on my server as well as newbies. But anyway, from the pictures I've seen, you're like you look good, dude. I don't know. I'm not. It's not something that I pay much attention to. I'm sorry, but I mean, like, yeah. If that's what you're going for and that's how you feel, then yeah, it's how you feel. It's not how you look. So if you feel bigger, then you're probably bigger, at least on the inside. People are TARDISes. Somebody, I said that to somebody the other day. People are TARDISes, and they were like, "Oh my god, yeah, they are." I was like, "Yeah." That's what people don't understand. The whole thing with the TARDIS is that you got to think that the TARDIS is alive, right? It's alive, and it basically has a consciousness and stuff. But the way it perceives things is it's a person. It may not actually exist. This might get a bit deep and way into Doctor Who lore, but it's a person and it exists in all dimensions. So in one of those dimensions, it's just a person walking around, being alive, doing its thing. It's just a person. So people are TARDISes. It's just that it's in our dimension that we can perceive. The TARDIS is a blue box. So yeah, people are TARDISes. Anyway, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, it's one of the things that I feel shitty about in my self-image is because, like, I may look like this, and some people think that's big and everything, but I feel really teeny. I feel really teeny all the time. unless I've actually got like a nice full tummy, that I feel how people, the way that people perceive me, and it feels good, you know. It feels so right. So yeah, it's one of the things that triggers my depression a bit, but it's a thing, you know. If I'm suddenly aware of it, then yeah, it's no big deal, but it's a big deal if it makes you feel good. This thing is just so annoying. Every time I turn my head, my beard, you guys probably can't hear it, but it's scratching on my shirt. It actually scratches on my shirt. It's just so weird. It looks great, but at the same time, it's just so weird. Is my chin? My chin isn't that white this time. It's actually the hairs on my chin that are white. That's not the skin. That's actually the hairs. This side, that's the skin. That's the skin. That's kind of got caught up in the yeah. I feel small all the time, and it's weird hearing it from the perspective of dudes like you, and even bigger, that I understand that we can all feel it. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's they actually call that dysmorphia, like size dysmorphia and stuff. It's a thing that happens. I mean, it happens with people all the time. Um, happens with animals a lot as well, and it's actually freaky that the the you know, bug spray. You know, bug spray. Well, it basically kills them via dysmorphia. It makes them feel incredibly big. You know, for the chemicals that they get exposed to, um, makes them feel incredibly big and outside of their body, so that they can't actually move. And eventually, it catches up with their respiratory system, and they eventually can't breathe because of it. So it's like, yeah, it's basically weaponized dysmorphia. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's something that happens all the time. There's actually like Alice in Wonderland syndrome and stuff, which is that you think that you're continuously shrinking or you're continuously getting bigger, and it's just it's weird. It's an actual like brain thing. It's yeah, but basically it's a miracle. It is a miracle of the human body that our brains actually perceive things the way that they perceive things, you know, that your self-awareness of where your limbs are and everything is freaky, you know, because a lot of animals and a lot of people, a lot of like small organisms and stuff, they actually don't have this at all. And it's just weird thinking about not having this ability to know where parts of your body are. So yeah, and the wires get crossed every now and again. It's very easy because it's a weird thing that humans do in the first place, and you basically don't know how big you are compared to things. It's like it's how false perspective works. So yeah. It looks so good. I'm actually, yeah, like I said, I really wish that this thing would stay. I want the Santa beard so bad, but it's never going to happen probably. So you know, it's never going to happen. It only looks a little fake now, you know. When I did it last time, it looked kind of a bit too fake because I didn't wait for it to dry before I did the filming. I basically did it and it still looked beady and stuff, and it dried weirdly because of it, because I didn't take my time applying it. But yeah. It's just it's a thing. Oh no, bugs, mental health. Yeah, they basically don't. You know, people don't really care about the whole thing. But yeah, it's a weird thing. It's confusing. Oh, when you're driving, understanding the size of the vehicle you're driving and not hitting anything. Yeah, that's the thing that basically your self-awareness of the that's another sense of ours. It's the whole thing of like, you know, when you hold a stick and you basically are poking something with the stick, you know, like you put the stick in a hole and you don't know, you don't know what's down there, so you poke it. Or using a life-saving thing that I had to learn about, using a stick and basically feeling the bottom of the water in front of you, um, so that you don't stand on anything sharp or just don't drop down a ledge or anything. You basically get in the water and you poke the bottom of the stick. You are using that stick by using a different kind of awareness. So what happens is you basically it becomes an extension of you. You feel everything through the stick because you're aware of the stick and what it's doing, and you're aware of the things that it's poking. And that's exactly the same thing as driving or flying a plane or a helicopter or something, you know. It's special awareness. That actually might be it. That might be what it's called. But yeah. But yeah, that you're suddenly aware of something that's like a car. You can kind of almost, if there's something wrong with one of the tires, just by sitting in the car, you can kind of feel that, you know, exactly what tire it is, you know. It's something like that. It's a weird thing that we do that a lot of animals don't do because they don't use tools. So yeah. So yeah, deep, heavy stuff. Am I hard to talk to? Really? So when somebody tells me that, when you know you're so hard to talk to, and so it's so hard work, all I keep thinking is, um, you know, I feel incredibly alone because I don't want to talk to anybody because apparently I'm hard to talk to, but also I feel alone because of it. So it's like a bummer. But yeah. I kind of want one of my beers, but at the same time, I don't know what will happen. I'm going to see if I can drink one. I've got a six pack. Well, I had a six pack. Like I said, I had two while I was filming. No, you're cool, and you bring up interesting examples to consider. Well, thank you. So if I do it carefully, I can avoid the whole thing. The problem is that when I was filming, there's tiny white flecks on the can now. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Yeah. When I was filming, I just didn't care because I was filming. It was for the look of it, not ready for the, yeah. The second take, I actually do kind of say something like, that doesn't taste right. It's going to be super late when I have my dinner, but at the same time, I'm really looking forward to it because I've got, I had lunch. I had just a pasta ready meal thing for lunch, but it was like, it was kind of tiny for me. So I've got cheesy melts. Looking forward to my cheesy melts. So I'm semi kind of like excited to go like eat those. But yeah. You're used to eating late nowadays? Or why is that? Is your sleep cycle off too? Because mine is getting better. It got better, and now it's kind of just around the wrong way. I always love your beer can tubs. This is just Heineken. It's just what Heineken's in at the moment. You know, it's. I think it's supposed to be like minimalist because it's, you know, they're doing it for recycling purposes or something. Although beer cans, it's always weird that beer cans you can't really recycle. They can't be recycled easily because they've got plastic in them. So yeah, you think it's just metal, but apparently the metal will leach into the beer over time, so they coat them in plastic. The inside's in plastic. Also, when you said your meal was tiny, I imagined it. Sorry, I was distracted by it. Something other caught on my eye, just on the screen, but it's actually a tiny spider. Now it's on my wall. Yeah. When you said your meal was tiny, I imagined it, and then you said for me, and my image tripled its size. Well, for me, it's just a ready meal, so it's like this big. You know, it's this big. And I guess that's the size of a human stomach, kind of. You know, if I squish it into a ball, it's like, yeah, that'll fit in a human stomach. But me, yeah, my stomach's like at least twice that. And it's not going to get filled because I don't have any money anymore. That sucks. I still need to book the flights, but I don't really have any money to book the flights, so I'm just kind of annoyed about next year. And I just want it to be April already. But yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago, however long ago it was, where I basically was on top of the world, happy, and I had at least satisfying meals every day. So if I could go back in time or forward in time to then, that would be great, please. Already, I just don't want to be sad anymore. It's annoying as fuck being sad all the time. Anyway, I didn't know that. What about the beer cans? Yeah, yeah, they're recyclable in the UK, and that's only because they kind of like melt the fuck out of the plastic. So to fully recycle it, you would have to use an agent to basically dissolve the metal, but then you don't recycle the metal. So that you get the plastic, and then you get the plastic, and you can recycle the plastic, but you can't because the beer can itself is, the metal. You need to get rid of the metal to do that, or you get rid of the plastic. You can't have both. So basically, when they say recyclable, they basically only mean that it's the metal that they're going to recycle. The plastic inside it is going to get burnt off. So yeah, it's going to be turned into slag. So it doesn't taste that freaky. My ears perked up because I heard tiny and food in the same sentence and got excited. Yeah. I know it doesn't help, but it probably turns you on, but it doesn't help me. But Itchy, I do feel hungry when I think about you. You know that, right? Anyway, Dreamy says my sleep schedule is screwed up too. Happens. I wish we had more ready-made meals at home, or some pasta thing. I could just have several bowls of at once. Well, the thing is that we get them. We basically have a drawer in our freezer, and basically we try to fill that with pasta food, for just in case we don't feel like cooking something. But I occasionally have them. If I'm too depressed to make myself something for lunch, I will just chuck something in the microwave from that drawer. So yeah, it's been going down a lot. I've been cycling through them, and they're quite nice. And mine was a tuna pasta bake, which is quite awesome. But then again, I do get like a can of tuna, and I've got like a couple of the mac and cheeses, ready meals and stuff, and I know I'm going to do that tomorrow probably, and that's basically have a mac and cheese and get a can of tuna and put it on top of the mac and cheese and then mix it up and then basically eat that because that's actually really tasty. Makes my tummy feel weird as well because it's like, ooh, fish and pasta. No, it's good. It's like, I don't know how to do this, you know, but no, it's good. But yeah, it's quite nice. But they are more expensive than if you just make the meal yourself. But it's just that who has time to basically cook pasta and then make a sauce and add tuna? I mean, that's way too much time, especially since I was also doing filming. So I was reading at the same time as talking and forming words. It was bad. I'm hungry now talking about it. Yeah, I'm hungry talking about. I'm Itchy. Itchy's had these. I think. I think you've had some of these. Pita bread. That's going to be with a meat, a deli meat of some kind, with cheese, and I put it in the microwave, and it just melts the cheese all over the place in the pita bread. I'm going to have about a loaf of bread's worth of that for my dinner. I'm looking forward to that so much. My mouth is watering thinking about it, so yeah. Voice senses tingling, says Dreamy. Yeah. It's so weird for me because basically to know somebody who's super into something and I really like this person and I'm not into it at all, you know, but I can empathize with them being into it. So, you know, it feels so strange, but in a good way. So yeah, I get the whole raw thing now because yeah. I just did the biggest stretch from that sentence. Well, you know, you're tasty. Well, what can I say? And we got it. Santa says Devon. Yeah, I'm a proto Santa. I'm not actually a Santa. I'm a proto Santa. Oh, Damon really likes the pictures. I sent him the pictures of the Santa video that I made. Want eat, no cook, just eat. Yeah. I was gonna say that the last time I did that was cereals, but I didn't have cereals. I had noodles for breakfast today. Again, we still got lots of noodles. Yes, I've been craving one of your pita sandwiches. Sandwiches. They are good. They're so good. I'm glad that I accidentally found a way to cook those. I found this out the other day. I do not know if this is actually feasible or not, but I found out that the other day that my cousin, he's basically what he does is that he gets a bunch of eggs, and how to describe this? He posted a picture the other day of like his fridge just full of eggs, like a drawer of his freezer just full of egg, like cracked egg, you know, cracked open egg, just everywhere in this drawer, and it was like so gross. Basically, his freezer broke, and what he does is, well, what his wife does, and him, I guess, is what he does is basically he gets eggs, puts them, he opens each one up and puts it in a big ice cube tray compartment, and he does it until he does the entire ice cube tray. He then freezes it and then puts them into a bag of eggs, like a carrier bag full of eggs, and he puts that in the freezer so that they always have eggs because they never go off that way. I didn't know that was a thing. You know, I've heard of people freezing eggs, and I thought that was fascinating, because my uncle used to do this. He used to basically used to have a carton of frozen eggs in the freezer, and to make two eggs, to make when he's making breakfast, he basically will cut the frozen egg in half and then cook it, because it cooks like it's one egg each. And he basically would just cook it, and it's like, that's amazing. You know? But yeah. It's so funny to me. Apparently they don't freezer burn as well because of the way that they just the way that the molecule is comprised. The molecule of the white of the eggs is comprised, and it's like, that's so cool. You basically get a cube of egg and put it in your when you go to cook it, and it basically will just melt and then cook like an egg. I didn't know this. It was a thing. Yeah. So some of that got on my mustache, that then got on my lip. Yeah. That's gross. I've been craving one. Oh, wait with that. This is the first time I've heard of freezing eggs. That was the first time I ever heard of freezing eggs, besides just putting a carton in the freezer. Because if you do that, the egg cracks. It expands as it freezes. So basically, the egg itself will crack and might leak and stuff. But I remember my uncle going to my cousin's place, and instead of having one whole egg for breakfast, he basically will give the kids, like, not a smaller egg, because that doesn't exist. He will cut it in half, cut a frozen egg in half, and then cook it, and it will cook just like it hadn't been frozen, but as if it hadn't been cut in half somehow. And essentially it makes two fried eggs, and it's like, that's amazing. But yeah. It's just so cool that, like, I never thought of this before, but yeah. Wow, that's a neat idea, Tubbs. I never knew that. Well, see, you learn stuff. You learn stuff when you come to one of my streams. But yeah, it gave me an idea, and I kind of want to do that now. But yeah, I was a sheep, and I subscribed to 5 Minute Hacks. And I saw one of their videos the other day that basically where they, like, got some of the yolk. They basically open an egg, got the yolks, and you separate the yolks, and ended up with just the white of the egg, and you fluff it up, whisk it up, and it makes little clouds, and then you fry the little clouds, and then put a little dollop in the middle of the cloud, and put the yolk back in it, and you fry it like you normally would cook an egg, and it makes little clouds. It looks so cute, little clouds with yolks on top of them. It was so adorable. I kind of want it. It was so annoying. But yeah, I kind of want to do that, but it's just our cooker's always got stuff on it, so I don't really think we can actually, like, cook stuff like that. I basically got an oven, but I always use the microwave oven because it's got an oven in it. So yeah. I've heard of freezing bread. Well, yeah, but bread freezer burns so easily. You know, you have to have your freezer set to like the perfect temperature, or it doesn't freeze all the way, or it gets so frozen that it freezer burns. So it's really hard to defrost. Because if you freeze it too much anyway and it doesn't freeze a burn, then it's just really hard to defrost because it's a natural insulator. I know that sounds funny, but there is an actual company. I learned about this when I was doing my sustainable engineering course. That there's a company out there that makes bread, but not for eating. You know, you can't eat this because they add a chemical to it to stop it from going off ever. Um, it's used for insulation. Instead of having insulation in a wall, it will be this bread stuff, and apparently it works way better. It's way more energy efficient than normal insulation. You know, it's crazy. So yeah, because bread is such a good insulator, that's why it's so hard to defrost and stuff. But anyway, um, I wish I was off so I could drink with you. It's okay. I'll drink for you too. I won't do it probably on the stream because I'm going to get hungry and then I'm going to have to go have a shower and then eat because I'm not eating with this stuff all over my face. It just no. But then I'm going to finish the rest of these beers. So, yeah. I wish I was. I wish I were with. Yeah, we all be together. What? It just says come to Smoker. Yeah, everybody should come. It's going to be great. It's going to be a bit weird this year, though. Apparently, because there's a thing that there's a thing. It's like one of the things for one of the things that's involved with Smokeout is the you know it's a leather and a pipe and cigar kind of event kind of thing. You know, it's kind of like Claw, but for some reason this year they're leaning into the whole um, cigar scene and stuff. But the hotel in Vegas, apparently all across Vegas, the hotels in Vegas are becoming increasingly non-smoking, and this one has also become non-smoking. So essentially they've got no smoking rooms or something. It's weird. I don't know how it is for suites, but that's what I heard. I know some people aren't going to it because of that, because they like to have a cigar while they're having sex, and I don't blame them. But essentially, what they're going to do is they're going to have tents or something. They're going to have play tents. I don't know how it's going to work. It sounds funny. It doesn't affect me because I don't really care about that. I literally just care about the whole bear event thing. And it's fun to actually the leather nights and the rubber nights and the you know, all that stuff is great fun. And this year they actually had the disco at the pool. They actually brought like somebody brought a deck with music and stuff to the pool scene at night, and it was really good. So yeah, it was super loud for me, but I had earplugs, so yeah. Um. Anyway, April 8th through the 13th, but Tubbs and I will be there for 2 days be there 2 days early. Yep. I just want it to be now already. We have the room already, so you just pay for the plane and event tickets. Well, I was going to pay for the event. Oh, poor shit. It's probably gone up. It goes up every now and again. It's usually like $55. It was $55 last time because I missed early registration. But yeah, $55 per person, I think. I don't know. Albums were really expensive this year. I don't know what the fuck is with that because I'm pretty sure that I paid for two people. Out of the four of us. I'm pretty sure I paid for somebody, but I can't remember. Because I paid the exact amount that basically Itchy told me before, and then he told me like a bit more. So it's like, what? But yeah. Would it take long to wash the grey out of your beer tubs? No, like I said, I'm just gonna last time I did this, I remember basically just just going over it a couple of times with the shower head, just actually on it, basically, power washing the stuff out, and yeah, it should be okay. It shouldn't take that long. It's just like normal washing my beard, but just a couple of extra passes. It's not that big deal. Um, Even our room was non-smoking. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that being funny. It's so strange because every time I've been there, it's been weird because, um, yeah, it's just that's just weird. I don't really smoke in the rooms anyway. That's right in the middle of my spring quarter. I can't miss any days that late into the quarter, or I'll get really set back. Okay, it's okay, dude. Yeah. Oh my god. Sorry, Itchy. Do you remember? I think you were there. Do you remember when I was getting sun creamed up and I said to Willie, don't judge me, guys. I never encountered this thing. I know I didn't mean it to be racist. It probably wasn't racist, but I said, is this racist? Do you need sun cream? And he said, a little. but I but no. And I was like, oh god. Oh my god, why does that memory always just hit me in the face? Just whenever I do something wrong or stupid. Ugh. I still get the really dumb shit things that I've done in the past. Just keep hitting me in the face. Stuff. Yeah. I just want to clear up this. I know I'm not excusing what I said or anything like that. I don't even think it was that racist, especially in the context that I'm thinking of. But I don't know why I added the "is this racist?" because all I wanted to ask him is, "Do you need sun cream?" You know, I've asked this before when I've creamed myself up before going out into the sun, and uh, nope, that sounds racist too. Basically, I had a Greek friend who I went on holiday with to Greece, and essentially, I said, "Do you need sunscreen?" Because he kind of was like very, very dark skinned, and he was like, "No, I'm okay. I already had some." Like, yeah, but that's all I meant. I just meant, "Do you want it?" I should have just said that. Damn it. But yeah, in my head, it keeps playing over and over and over again whenever I think about all of the bad stuff that happened that weekend, and oh my god, there's a lot. I'm trying to remember the good stuff, but at the same time, there's the bad stuff in the way. But yeah, anyway, I'm not a racist, guys. Despite what everyone keeps saying, I'm not fucking racist. Anyway, Or even if you can come for 2 days, Dreamy, that would be so rad. Just let us know. Yes, Dreamy, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Again, I wish everybody could just come to that thing because it's the best event. It's the best bear event I've ever been to, like, in general. Just so nice. Everyone's so friendly. You know, there's only one dick that I can think of. This year, there's only one arsehole that I can actually think of that was there. You know, and it wasn't entirely the event's fault. So yeah, um, burpees. Yeah, yeah. We also booked later than last time, so that made it a bit more pricey too. But yeah, it's definitely like 300 more. That's just a lot. It's just a lot. And Itchy remembers. Oh my god. Good. We do get sunburned, but not as easily as you all. I read that as y'all. Fuck off. The memory's coming back still. Dude, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. It's just one of those things where you kind of sort of slip up in your head. You know? I don't even sunburn. I don't even sunburn. I go red, but then it goes away. But that's not really sunburn. It's a thing. So of course, cut to 3 or 4 months time when I'm in Vegas and I get sunburn. You get touched by the sun. My mum always calls that touched by the sun. It's something that happens in her family a lot. But my dad's side of the family just never have gotten sunburnt, and my mum's side of the family, they just go red, but they don't actually hurt. It just their skin goes red. It's weird because I always remember my mum, and this is this might be a little bit. It's my mum. I don't care. But her bit of cleavage that she always used to have on show whenever, because what's the big deal? It's just she wears a lot of V-necks, but of course women's V-necks are a lot larger than male V-necks. Anyway, yeah, she'd always have like a red patch just here all the time, just always be red there, you know. But she'd always remember to do her do the sun cream on her face and stuff, but it's just there. And she said it never hurt her. It just looks red. So I think there was a couple of pictures, kiddie pictures that we would draw when we were kids of like here's mum and here's dad and here's mum, and you'd see my mum and she'd be wearing her clothes and she'd have her red patch just there because you know but yeah, if basically if I don't really get sunburn, I go red a little bit and then it goes away. So yeah, the whole sunscreen thing is purely just to stop me from going red because it's not my color. I'm not the devil. So yeah. It wasn't meant to hurt, it was funny. Okay. Tubbs, that's not racist at all. No problem at all. Okay, Jeff. Jeff, I forget. I don't really. I really don't want to sound like an SJW asshole or anything. I really don't. I fucking hate those guys. I don't care what anyone's race is. So when I think of you guys, I don't think, oh yeah, like Jeffrey's a black guy, and Panda Fox is a black guy, and Dreamy's a black guy. When I see you guys, I just see you guys as that's my friend. That's also my friend. You know, Willie's also my friend. God damn it, Itchy's also my friend. Potentially a Nazi, but whatever. Oh my god. Plus Woody was super cool, but yeah, okay. What if he just shows up there, Tubbs? What if he just shows up there? Oh, oh my god! For a second there, I was like, "Who are we talking about?" Oh, I don't think he will. It seems like a huge expense, basically, to just show up for this thing. And if they do, then just ignore them. That's all I'm gonna do. Like if I'm walking past the pool and he just shows up in front of me and stands in front of me while I'm walking past the pool, I will push the fucker in the pool. I don't care if he's holding a phone. You know, if we happen to be on a tall building, then he's going off that building. You know, it's they won't. You know, we've got legal action. We've already threatened them with legal action because it's just too much. They're just dumb. Guys, he really doesn't. He's so white and doesn't burn. Who, me? I can't help it. I got Viking ancestry. I can't help it. I don't care. I do not know how it happens. I don't. I don't get it. I don't really get. Yeah, I've been sunburnt. I remember being sunburnt as a kid once, and I remember the peeling sensation and stuff that comes with that, and it's like, ew, it's horrible. But yeah, I'm the one using SPF 100. It does you deburn. You don't. You cook. There's a difference because your food. Dreamy says I've already put money down for Grom 2020, but I plan to try other stuff after and visit people or do other events if I can. Dreamy, if you're coming, excuse me, if you're coming to England, then you know. Nazis are feeling too tough. I know. I'm actually so glad that we dropped the whole Nazi thing because I realize how that can annoy people. Oh my god. I can't help it. If you basically had feelings like Mussolini, it's not my fault, dude. I reserved a king size room early, so I already have money down, says Dreamy. For the Grom, yeah, I was considering going to the Grom, but it basically is in between two things, and also I don't have any money now, so fuck that. Anyway, have fun. Your uncle served in the war, Dreamy. What? Ichi says the Viking ancestry explains so much, honestly. What? I'm confused more. No, I basically Ireland was heavily attacked by the Vikings a lot, like seriously so much, to the point where they've actually done genetic testing to say that there's a bunch of people, especially from the northern parts of Ireland, and I'm kind of from the middle part of Ireland, that it's basically a bunch of the northern Ireland families, not Northern Ireland. I mean, just in the north of Africa. For fuck's sake, have a lot of Scandinavian ancestry, and it's like, what the fuck? It's because they were pummeled the shit out of by the Vikings and stuff. It's actually a really cool thing that happened. That when we got rid of the Vikings, there was a huge thing to do with like to do with the like just a bunch of people, like basically all of the Irish, went to this one shore that the Vikings were coming towards, and they just filled the beach and stopped a bunch of Viking vessels from landing on shore. And it's like, that's so awesome. I've seen a picture of an etching of it, and it's like, oh my god, that's so cool. It's like it does look like the Lord of the Rings, where there's just when there's one of the opening sequences to Lord of the Rings, where there's just like a bunch of elven people, and then there's like Saruman. I don't know. I don't really like the Lord of the Rings. Anyway, we're coming to attack them, but imagine that attacking force and being boats instead. That's how it was. It was so awesome. Anyway, yeah. So there's that, and on my mother's side is Scottish. So basically, Vikings. Vikings attack the fuck out of the Scottish as well. So essentially, yeah, I got some Viking ancestry probably in my DNA, as well as a bunch of throwback bullshit. That's why I'm short and have a prominent eyebrow, the brow ridge, and have so much hair. Like so much hair. So yeah. What about the Viking? What does that explain, Itchy? I'm still waiting for the thing. I'm a grammar Nazi, not a Nazi. Okay. I love how Itchy tries to explain it. But dude, it's fine. You can be a Nazi. No one's gonna punch you. We're all fine here. I can't remember how that started, Itchy. I really can't remember where the whole Nazi thing happened. Basically, something happened that made a bunch of us call Itchy a Nazi, and then we kept calling him a Nazi, and then we stopped because it became not fun. Plus, Nazis are a thing still somehow, and so we stopped doing it. But I think didn't it have something to do with the fact that he has very strong Italian features for somebody whose last name suggests that they're Scottish. And it just was like that, and something that he did that was Nazi like. That was like, oh, he's Mussolini. Because you're big, hairy, yeah, strong, hungry. Vikings aren't hungry. Oh, sorry. Well, Thor did become fat, and also Boromir. But yeah, brutally honest man. I'm definitely brutally honest to the point that it's actually annoying. I'm annoyingly honest. I'm sorry. So I just remembered something at like a high school party where me and a bunch of friends were just like, we were having beers and watching this guy, one of our friends, his dad's new giant TV and stuff, and we were just talking about stuff. And he was talking about how he's just got a new car, and basically everything on this car was just such a it's such a peacocking thing. It was just like he was telling us all about how great it is and what color it is and stuff like that, and it sounded awful as fuck. And everybody else was like, "Yeah, man, that's great," and I was just like, "Sounds ugly as shit." Sounds really bad. Why can't you have some class? And then he kind of just looked at me and then like looked down and was like really hurt, and I was just like, "Sorry." But you never have any class, you know. Even your dad's got a giant fucking TV for no reason. Seriously, this room that we was in, it was tiny, and this TV was a wall. It was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I can't help it. I can help it. I'm honest. But I didn't know that was a Viking trait. Were they just all just honest? I don't know. I'm warrior. I'm not warrior like. So I just tried to scratch my beard, realizing that it's an impenetrable wall of hair. I can't get into it, scratch it. That was definitely a no-no. Yeah, I can't remember either, but people were joking and lobbying joking the lobby without knowing the background of the joke. So it was a no. Okay, yeah. Dubs, you're awesome. I love the way that you said that to him. Honestly, is the best policy. Honestly, honesty is the best policy. So I definitely agree with you. It's a thing. Like there was this one guy at another party, that another high school party, and he essentially was definitely he was a pudgy kid, you know, and he was basically drunkenly coming not I was going to say coming on to me about, but I was like, no, he wasn't coming on to me, he was just talking to me while we were just like I was waiting for my friend to get out of the bathroom or something, I can't remember, but essentially he was just like just talking to me, and he was like, I don't get it, why don't any girl like me, and I was like, probably because you're, you know, fat and stuff. You know, all like girls like chunky guys. And he was really hurt, and he basically drunkenly said something like, you know, he's like, "You bastard." You understand? I can't help it. Okay, most women, most girls in high school don't like the fat, the fat kids. They don't. It's not my fault that basically I realized this trend. I wasn't chunky at the time. You know, I wasn't chunky at the time. I was meaty. I was definitely more rugby player. You know, kind of beefy. I had muscles and stuff. But you know, it's like kids in high school. When you're overweight in high school, are gonna not. You know, other kids are not going to be attracted to you because, you know, society has dictated that you're weird if you like the fat kid. You know, in high school. I was just trying to say that there was nothing wrong with him in my eyes. You know, I was just saying it's probably because you're fat. Women don't like that. You know, that's basically all I said. You know, I mean, my first girlfriend. Well, not my first girlfriend. My girlfriend, my last girlfriend, essentially. Um, she didn't realize she liked fat guys until I put on weight. That was the thing, you know. It's just a thing. Women, some women especially, like fat guys. In fact, there's a whole thing to do with like it shows sustainable security and stuff like that. But girls don't. They, like the skinny, pretty guys. It's a whole thing. But that's what I was trying to say to him. but essentially I really hurt his feelings, and it's only because I couldn't shut up with the honesty. So yeah, it's bad. James is here. He says ho ho ho. Okay, I can't do that. I can't do the ho 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 thing. It just sounds so fake. You know. Super hot jock tubs. No, I was just I wasn't super hot jock. Kind of. I don't know. I didn't have the greatest of faces. My face hasn't changed that much besides becoming just a bit wider. You know, it's like it's not classically attractive, as people would say, and I get that. You know, but I did okay. Holy crap! In high school, I did okay. It was purely because like the first. Both my first and last girlfriend, are the same person, wouldn't shut up about how great I was, and it got around. I last a long time, and I've always been very good with my mouth. Essentially, they're the only two things that I'm gonna give away from this scenario. You know, but just knowing those two things, and the fact that I was very beefy and meaty. You know, I wasn't fat. I was just very very thickly built. You know, with a 2-pack and everything. It was just like, I'm trying not to sound like an asshole. I was not a jock. I basically was I was the workaholic nerd in high school. I was the kid with the jobs. Jobs. I had 2 jobs in high school. Nowhere was I a jock, you know. I was just the guy who worked in the tuck shop that basically happened to be chunky, beefy, meaty. I'm trying to think of. I wasn't fat. Like a couple of people said that I was fat, and then there'd always be somebody to defend me. It was quite nice, you know. Like, you mean the fat guy? It's like he's not fat. He's very athletic, you know. It's like, anyway. I love the way it just rolls off your tongue. The way you say tubs. What? Tongue. What you say tubs? Just the words. It's hard to talk for me. So yeah. I've always thought you have a very sexy tongue. Oh, the ho 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 thing. Um, eventually I can. Eventually I can do that, but not yet. I'm not big enough and old enough to basically pull off the whole ho 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 thing. Need to like an octave lower or something. Bet my cousin could do it, but he sounds like Pete. So I keep saying that because he does sound like Pete. I just talked to him like yesterday, so it's fresh in my head. Like actually talk to him on Skype and everything. Just fresh in my head, just the whole. I have to tell him to say goof. You know, like, could you just say, what do you mean, goof? And he says it, and it's just like, oh my god, it's Pete. It's so bad. Can't stay long, signal's too weak here. It's okay, dude. I've got a. Oh, I've got to turn my ceiling fan on because he's getting quite warm in here, Tubbs. What? What's going on? Itchy says, Tubbs, ... What? I really, really, really want to meet him. Itchy, you're such. Oh, god damn it, with the honesty. Itchy is such a hoe bag. I'm fine if you did, then I basically would be useless. God damn it, you made me giggle again. This stuff, when I put it on, it basically made my eyes water so much. And they keep watering now every time they get the chance. Yeah, I'm basically worried that if you did meet him, that basically that'd be it for me. He's like, well, it's just a bigger, older me. So what do you need me for? So yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. One of you people has actually been up to him and basically like told him and informed him about me and this channel and stuff, and it's caused not it's kind of caused light embarrassment, you know. So don't do that. Just happened to have a haircut that I was having at the time, so basically it was like, yeah. Can't. I've already read that. I already have a P crush since like sixth grade. Oh yeah. Okie dokie. Itchy not helping. What is he not helping with? Plus he has you in kind of. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. He knows about you. He does know about you, dude. He's staying way clear of Virginia. Wow, Santa Tubbs. Oh, you like it? I nearly just tried to put my hands through it, but look, they don't go through it. They just go on it. They don't really sink in. Itchy's in Texas. Okay, I've told you guys exactly where he lives. I'm pretty sure that I accidentally did a Google Earth thing and showed you guys the town and stuff. I didn't show you the street. Fuck's sake, that would have been bad. Yeah, I told you he's in Texas. Actually, no, I think he's in New York at the moment. I think he went back to Buffalo for the Thanksgiving and the holidays and stuff. I'm not sure. He does. Yeah, he knows about you. Of course, he knows about you, dude. You're like a big part of my life. There's a tiny bit in there, but I can't get it out without risking getting this all over my beard. How long have I been on? Oh, it's time to go soon. I think I need to pee. Also, I'm hungry. Hungry. Yeah, of course he does it. Well, he knows. Yeah, he knows about you. What does he say? That's nice. Basically, there's a whole thing that I wanna go visit him, but he doesn't know exactly. And he wants me to visit him too, but the problem is that we seem to always be crossing schedules or something. I don't know exactly what it is. And also, we both can't afford it. Well, he can, but he always has to like pay for other stuff. It's a thing. It's a thing. Itchy, think with your other head, not the one between your legs. Dreaming, yeah, yeah. Itchy, pay attention. We dye your hair too. No, I just dyed this for the video, that I shot. I'm not entirely sure I got a lot for the video. There's a lot of, because I had to wear gloves. Essentially, it's just very hard to wear gloves and do stuff, you know, like anything, because those different gloves. I can't find my other gloves still, so I had to wear my old biker gloves. But the problem with my old biker gloves is that they are too long for my hands. You know, their fingers are too long, but they're quite tight around the sides, which is fine for gripping. Like, but essentially, it's not that great for anything else. So essentially, it's hard to do things just with my hands, like poke buttons on screens, for example. So a lot of it is me poking the screen and then putting the gloves on and quite some time, and then taking them off again to poke the screen again. So I rarely need to pee again. Like, I need to pee right now because I've got like 3 beers in me and I didn't pee. Will you dye your hair to? So yeah, I read that already, but so yeah, this is just for the video, and I wore a Santa hat, so I don't have to do that. And also, it's not dyed; it's just spray. It's the spray color stuff, because I don't know where you can find white dye. If I could find that, I would totally commit. I thought about bleaching, but that just looks so. It just never looks great. Whenever I've seen somebody with bleached, beard hair, it always looks slightly off yellow. It looks like someone peed in a white beard. So yeah, if anyone has any suggestions, then tell me. I would be so on that. But yeah, this is just the spray stuff, and like I said, it doesn't really. It's made it into steel wool. It's not really, yeah. What? Santa Tubs, what good bear event would you recommend for a total newbie? Just your local one, basically, because they usually have the bear events in the UK. It depends where you want to go. The bear events in the States, if you go to the States, then there are bear events, and you can just literally just hang out at the host hotel and basically do whatever you want, and that's good. That's a good thing for beginners, because they can just hang out and there just will be bears around, whereas in the UK, it's usually a host city. There's like a host bit in a city, and they kind of just hop from venue to venue with special events happening, individual events happening in between. And again, that's quite nice, but at the same time, it's not as nice as the States ones. So, yeah. For example, the Bear Bash in the UK, there's called Bear Bash. It's in Manchester, and essentially um, it's just at this it's held at several different bars with several different things that all have Bear Bash stuff happening, and you can pick and choose what ones you go to. But there's not really you can just hang out around the area, and there will be bears around, so you can do what you want there as well, as long as you get like a thing telling you what's happening and where. So essentially, it depends where you are. Depends where you want to go. So, yeah. I will say that if you want to go to the States, then any of the bear events there are good. But you know, just remember to pick one that's like there's fetish bear events, and then there's just bear events. For example, tidal wave is a kind of a mainstream bear event. It's not really a fetish thing, you know. It's just for bears to hang out, and they do have special stuff that they do. But you know, it's not really like a thing. Whereas smoke out in Vegas is leather, rubber, bikers, bears. You know, it's like it's so fun for me anyway. Um, you also have your individual ones like bigger Vegas, for example, or the Gromoffs. So it's like there's bunch. You know, there's a bunch. So yeah, if you're a newbie and if you have infinite money, then basically I would go to tidal wave. I'd check out tidal wave. Um, bad itchy. I'll drive you that itchy. Um, seriously, I've told you exactly where he lives. So it's like I don't understand. Lube works better, dude. Oh my god. It's just having itchy. It's people like you that are the reason why I've only ever shown like 3 pictures of my cousin to you guys. You know? Oh my god. Ivan says I want to visit a bear event in the States this summer, but I know nothing about them and worried that I'll be molested. Well, no, that's not the event's fault if you get molested. You know, it's how unless you want. It's individuals that are the problem. It's not actually the events. Oh my god, I don't know how to say this, guys. Help me out. Basically, you're not going to get molested. Why do you think you're going to get molested? I was told that tidal wave is nice. It's supposed to be nice. I still want to go to it, but it's just too close to everything else that's happening. Tidal wave isn't good for a newbie. It's huge, and you should find a group before going if you go to tidal wave. Again, it depends on the person though. Like if I went to tidal wave, then I basically didn't find a group or anything. Then I'd be completely content with just hanging out by the pool. But then again, I don't mind being by myself. You know, it's not really been bothered. It's not really bothered me. You know. And also I have friends, you know. Oh my god, that sounds so mean. I didn't mean that you don't have any friends. I'm just saying I have friends that I know that go to tidal wave, so I always have the option of hanging out with them or getting them a beer or something and not be by myself. So I guess if you have the option of that, then that's the right way to go. Yeah. No, I'm not ready for a kinky event yet. Just vanilla bears for begging. What? Then stay away from things like smoke out and like claw and stuff like that, because that's all about the leather and fun. But yeah, here's many more hugs and snuggles for Santa Tubbs, and can Itchy and Dreamy and I be Santa Tubbs helpers? Of course you can. Of course you can. I'm fine with being by myself, but when I'm by myself, being by myself in a crowd makes me feel super lonely. Yeah, booze helps. For me, booze helps because like I just listen to people. You know, I can't help it. I'm not eavesdropping, but you know what I mean. When the guys usually book the hotel and stuff before tidal wave. I don't know. As far as I know, the time that they post dates that they're doing tidal wave, and then everybody goes on the website and does their thing. I'm trying to figure out where to put my Beal box because I don't have enough space in here. I'm just going to put it under my desk. When I finally do get to see you, I'll be able to drink booze too. Sorry, like yeah, it depends. It depends if you come to the UK, you can drink beer. No one cares. But if you're in the States, I don't know how old Dreamy is ever. In my head, I just never remember that for some reason. Speedwagon. What? How can I find chubs around my area? So to say, what? Okay. Okay. I'm about to head off anyway. Chubs around your area. Well, basically, Growler and Grummer are very, very easy to find. You know, internet stuff. Growler's an app for bears mostly, but you know, chunky guys use it. And Grummer is a thing on the website. Is a thing on the website, or they don't have an app anymore, unless they do. Did they say they were doing the beta thing? I can't remember. I'm really bursting to go pee. But yeah, there's those options anyway. And I've never been to tidal wave, only through word of mouth and videos. There's a guy named Charlie Hess that posts videos of tidal wave each year. Yeah, I know he does. It's annoying because it's like it's one of those social media things. Every time I watch those things, every time I watch his videos, I always get really jealous that I didn't get to go. You know, because he seems to want to go. He seems to go to all the things that I want to go to. It's really annoying. What was that? I don't know. There's somebody called Speedwagon that basically was on both the chat and also it decided to click on the link, but didn't say anything. So, okay. Was that your cousin calling to tell me to fuck off? I think he's got a bit too much on his plate, dude. he's got like a whole thing, you know. He's adopting a kid, like pretty much after Christmas. That's going to be a thing. He's going to be a dad. Only beers have you drunk tonight, Tubbs? Is someone trying to join the chat? They were, but I don't think it worked. But it's okay. And now on my screen, all I can see is a fan on someone's ceiling. And it went off again. Okay. How many beers have you drunk? Is so much fun to drink it? 3. This was my 3rd, but essentially, I'm not well, so I wasn't going to stay on super late for the stream tonight. And also, I'm really hungry, so I was going to eat something, and then I was going to maybe have more to drink, after I've gotten this off my face, because you know. Yeah, I've seen Charlie's videos. The guys there seem so nice and cute. Yep, they're good. They're doing the beta Greco communities app. Okay. If I go, I have an invite to hang out with the crew. With that crew. Awesome. So happy for you. He'll be my daddy. Oh my god, dude. I want to tell you to, drop it, but you're not gonna. Okay, now I'm done. Okay, well, thank you, Itchy. Jesus. You don't know his name. You can't look him up. I'm just trying to think. Have I ever revealed any? Have I doxed him accidentally? And I don't think I have. No. Right. I don't know what's happening, but there's a guy called Speedwagon, and he's sharing a screen, and also I don't know what's going on. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I should have said earlier, if anybody's going to try to join the Hangouts, then at least warn me or something and tell me that you're going to do that. Tubbs, that's great. I'm so happy for your cousin. Your cousin. Sorry for giving my bad speech. It's okay, dude. Yeah. Apparently it was a thing. Oh, what is it? It was. I can't remember when it was. It was like a week or 2 ago that basically he got approved by like Texan Foster Society or something. So yeah, they can actually have a kid. So it's like super good news. And yeah, it's going to happen sometime after Christmas. So they're getting a kid for Christmas. That sounds so bad. But yeah. Was that earlier flex inappropriate? I'm confused. Why does everyone talk about your cousin in the chat? Because my cousin looks just like me, only he's about a quarter ton. And he's slightly taller and slightly older and sounds just like Pete. And says Boyd instead of bird. Apparently that's hot. I don't know. That's probably why. That you were invited to hang with peeps. No, we're just messing like what? I just don't know anything about them. That's why I didn't know how to respond. I'm confused too. Right, I think I'm gonna go. Somebody trying to show memes? I really don't know what's going on. I don't want to. I definitely don't want to share this screen because, like, Speedwagons shared a screen and they're just memes. You guys can't see it yet because I haven't put it onto the main screen, but I can see it and I'm confused. But it doesn't matter anyway because I'm going to go pee and stuff. Seriously, I'm going to go pee and then stuff my face after I've had a shower. So yeah. Is he trolling? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about this guy, so I can't say. Anyway. Thank you for joining me on the kind of semi-depressing-ish Christmas party that I do every year. I might do this again. I don't know. I'm definitely going to do an art stream because that was fun. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. But this weekend, sometime before this weekend, I should have the Christmas video up. But until then, ugh, belly rubs. Oh, it's cold. It's still probably cold from when I did the video. And belly salute. And I hope you enjoyed this because yeah, it's going away. Actually, wait, should I go or should I stick around? I'm going to go pee because I absolutely have to now that I've stood up and sat back down. But I will decide when I get back because I kind of want another beer. I'm hungry, but I want another beer. What's going on? By the way, I think I'm going to stick around just for this one last beer. Or at least this stinks. I just want to point out that this stuff really does smell. But yeah, I'm just going to stick around for a little bit while I have my. Miss art streams so much. Well, they're going to come back pretty soon. I'm going to be doing some editing. But I'm not going to basically do what I used to do with the editing because they decide that they don't like it when I play music and stuff. Basically, it sounds a bit weird just for the audio. Stay. Okay. You've got to turn off the stream. I'm not turning off the stream. Again, not at least until I finish this. I'm gonna have one more beer. Make it even 4 beers. Grape Ink says hello. Is that Speedwagon? That's true. What? So according to this, Speedwagon is still here, but they have muted themselves. And now they're gone. Okie dokie. Eats food. More Viking traits. I'm just gonna chill while you guys talk because I seem to have gone to pee and then came back and there was just something going on. it's whatever. I don't really have anything to talk about unless you guys talk to me. Dubs, do you have just for fans or anything like that? I've got OnlyFans, and I'm only Tubbs on OnlyFans. But honestly, there's not much on there because I haven't uploaded anything original, any original content. Don't really plan to, you know. I kind of don't really plan to for a little while at least. But I do post some pictures that are only available on there and stuff. But when I do post new videos, I post them there first. But if it's unless it's like a theme, because Christmas, the Christmas video that I'm doing it's Christmas themed, so I can't just wait a month for that to come out. And the Halloween one that I did was also Halloween themed, so that has to be there first. Christmas is cool, says Speedwagon. That's you, right? That is you. Speedwagon is grape ink. Grape ink. Garp ink. So I'm going to my parents early, then off to Richmond for Rob's family. Yep. I'm supposed to be going to my in-laws next weekend. But I'm not sure. Just sit at home, itchy, and just so far. Okay. Oh, there's also some porn as well on my OnlyFans. Only very, very, very super light stuff. Nothing to do with itchy. New Year's is anniversary time. I miss Lucozade. We should have packed you an extra pack of Lucozade for you to take with you. Somebody told me, I can't remember who it was, but somebody told me that they had Lucozade and they had a kind of Gatorade that you can only get in the States. You know? But yeah, New Year's, me and Damon basically have our own little anniversary day. Because we have like a anniversary. We decided on New Year's is when we are that's when we started our relationship properly. I guess we decided that was that. So on New Year's we have kind of an anniversary where we eat a bunch of food, just me and him, and a bunch of party food. We get a bunch of party, kind of like a spread of party food. I know it doesn't sound fancy, but we get the fanciest party food that we can and stuff. And we watched the New Year's fireworks, and then we open the front door, and T opens the back door because it's a family tradition or something. And we watched the fireworks in the neighboring villages, and it's kind of nice. I prefer it because I do it with friends. We mean like New Year's. Lucasade is better because it's carbonated though. Gatorade and Powerade aren't. Apparently, yeah, it's Powerade. That's it. Somebody said that that there's an orange Powerade that you can't get in the UK, and that's better. So yeah, I don't know. That's adorable. It's just our anniversary. It's nothing special. Uh, it's special to us because when we started our relationship, we decided. So yeah, but yeah, it's just kind of just a thing we do every year and stuff. We've done it over at Daryl's a couple of times though, because we eat party food and we eat a Chinese and we watch TV and we watch the fireworks there. And also there's a hot tub, so you know. Tubbs, were you chubby since childhood, or did you gain weight like with a purpose after? What? Okay. Uh, so I've told the story like several times. I've never really been a gainer. I've never really ate because I wanted to put on weight ever. You know. What happened is I've always had a big appetite, and I was kind of chunky as a kid, but I wasn't really fat. And when I was in high school, uh, through to early days of college, essentially, I played rugby and was very athletic and stuff, and I was very meaty. I had lots of muscle and, uh, like I said, 2-pack abs. I was semi proud of. I've never really been that proud of my body ever. um, and then I had a bad accident, and essentially I was in hospital, and I wasn't able to walk for 8 months. Essentially, it was like 6 months, and then I was in a wheelchair, and then I was on crutches and all that stuff. But essentially, I'd still kept up with my diet while I was in like hospital and bed bound, and then chair bound, and then wheelchair bound, and all that stuff. And yeah, because I still ate the same amount that I usually ate, even though I was not as active in those periods, I put on a bit of weight. And ever since then, I kind of just not cared about putting on more weight, and found that I really liked being chunkier. So I've never really felt the need to cut back on my food. That's it. That's essentially it, you know? I never really ate to gain. There's been periods where I've been like, ooh, if I got like super stuffed and satisfied for like a week or two on this diet, then I'll be super happy and I might gain weight, but whatever. So yeah. I have told the story in way more detail before because like in what happened was I was in a quad bike accident where I kind of got squished. Basically, a lot of my lower body was crushed by an ATV, a big ATV, essentially. And yeah, I was super in hospital for like a couple of months, and then basically was just like in bed or in a wheelchair after that. for the rest of the time, for like 8 months, for 6 months, and then I was like doing physio and stuff, and I basically can walk again now. Although I'm supposed to have a cane and all that stuff. It's a big deal, but it's not really a big deal. It's a bad deal. Stupid. So yeah, the Apple Lucasite is so banging, really banging. That's such a chavvy thing to say. I should go. I should have got vodka to mix with it. Really, I'm okay with just beer. I never understood the whole mixing the drinks thing. I mean, unless it tastes good, because I will admit that JD and Coke is pretty good. I'm trying to think of the other one that I did like that. My dad really likes JD and Coke. I don't know why. Because I've tried it, it's nice, but I wouldn't like have it as my drink. I actually really like cocktails. The different flavors in cocktails and stuff. I really do enjoy those. But as far as drinks that just seem to be designer drinks, like the whole Red Bull and Coke thing, Red Bull vodka and Coke thing, I don't get it. I don't get it. It tastes horrible. It doesn't taste good. But yeah, stuff like that. It's just like WKD and Coke was the thing, and that's basically vodka. It's like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, like I really like Mojito is nice. Mojito. I don't mind a martini. I've even heard of martini and Coke. I thought that was stupid. I never got gin and tonic. I always thought that was a bit weird. I don't understand gins that much. But yeah. But yeah, I'm not a bar snob. I basically just like what tastes good. And most of the time, beer tastes good. So yeah. Is the hot tub cover still okay? I haven't seen it since. Somebody euthanized it. No, I just haven't seen it since. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Talking about beer made me thirsty. What? Hat to leave. Okay. Thanks for the story, Tubbs. You're the sweetest. I'm okay. I'm not the sweetest. Tubbs, you look adorable regardless of your size. I've seen pics of rugby, Tubbs. I don't think I have many. That's the thing. I just don't have any pictures of me besides like a yearbook photo. And even then, that's just a picture of me. There's a picture of the rugby team, and you can kind of see me, but I'm behind. I'm in the second row. So it's like, yeah, I don't understand why I'm in the second row. I wasn't that tall, but um, but yeah, I don't really have many pictures of me as a kid. It just did, yeah. I think there's one picture of me that you could see that I was that was just before high school. Was it just before high school? Or was it when I was 14? I can't remember. But there's one picture of me. I think it's still on Grommer of basically like a side by side comparison of like, high school 14-year-old me versus me now kind of picture. It's a comparison picture. And you can kind of tell that I was slightly chunky than most people that age in the shoulders, but that's it. I don't really think my shoulders are that chunky. But yeah. But I don't remember showing you pictures of like rugby turf. Itchy says Jack Daniels and Coke. Jack Daniel, that's what I was trying to think of. I kept thinking Tennessee whiskey, and I'm like, that's not it. But yeah, JD and Coke. No, I said JD and Coke. Southern Comfort. That's what I was trying to think of. Southern Comfort. But yeah, it's nice. Is my go-to. Yeah, I can't remember what any of the drinks were called from the luau, the hula party that we had in Vegas, but they were nice as far as mixed drinks go. Used to do vodka and cranberry juice with some lime for a long time. My dad got me onto that. That sounds nice because I like cranberry juice. I don't mind vodka. In my opinion, vodka just doesn't taste of anything. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. It just tastes of alcohol. You know? Sometimes it doesn't even taste of that. You know, it's like really. Cranberry juice with some lime. Well, that's what I mean. You're basically just drinking cranberry juice and lime because I like both of those. So yeah. I don't think I've ever had that myself, but I can imagine what it tastes like, and it's pretty good. Do you like mimosas, Tubbs? Is that champagne? Would you like some more champagne? It's pronounced champagne. Oh God. Futurama. That's what that's from. I love that. I love that joke. So mimosa. I don't like champagne. That's the thing. I don't like most white wines because for some reason, whenever I've had a white wine in the past, it's always just like I've had it, I've swallowed it, and then it instantly dried out my mouth. It was too crispy. It's too crispy, and it just left nothing but a vinegary aftertaste. All of them. It's like, why would anyone drink this? So yeah, I don't like champagne. I remember when I was a kid and basically being, treated to a little sip of like champagne every now and again, and I didn't mind it. You know, it was just like sparkly grape juice. I don't get why it's a thing. Yeah. Red wine though. Holy crap! Do I love red wine? Oh my god. Red wine's awesome. I do like red wine, but the problem is that basically I end up drinking a lot of it to the point where that's all I can taste. Because I have red wine every now and again with dinner. But the thing is that we don't keep red wine because it just it never keeps for some reason, even though it's supposed to. I don't understand what the deal is there. It tastes a lot different when we try to keep red wine. And yeah, essentially it's nice, but I drink too much of it to the point where all I can taste is the red wine, and then I get that vinegary-ish aftertaste, and it won't go away for fucking ever. But while I'm drinking it, I really enjoy it. So yeah. The French. I do feel very awesome Welsish at the moment. I think it might just be because of the beard. I don't know. You like Italian food? Yep, it's Italian food and Asian food are basically my favorites. I know that sounds vague, but that's basically because it is. It's the only two kinds of foods that if somebody asks me, are you in the mood for? I'll say one of those, you know, because I'm always in the mood for Italian. I'm always in the mood for Asian. So yeah. Ivan says, Tubbs, have you ever thought about doing Cashmaster? I think Cubs would die to be your feet slaves. I don't know what Cashmaster is. What is that? Okay, Koichi, my cousin, she likes them too. Have you tried them, Jeffrey? Says Itchy. I love that. Jeffrey, you got to slow down on the punctuation because you put an exclamation mark on the end of that sentence. So I read that as, no, I haven't, Itchy, but my cousin really likes them. Ha! Because that's a laugh out loud. You shouted that. Why did you shout that? It's like typing it in all caps if you put that. Oh my god. There was a mimosa bar at this breakfast buffet I was at where you could get the champagne, then select the juice. So good. I did OJ with pomegranate. Okay. My cousin was at an affair where they had the bottomless mimosas. She loved that. It sounds like somebody was tipsy. I'm getting really hungry now, so yeah, because I just want to drink some more, but then I realize actually I'm kind of hungry, you know. Itchy, remember the plan that we discussed? The life plans. That please get on it, like now. Oh my god. Hero Man says, I have an idea for the padding video for the padding video for Santa Tubs. Like you wear the Santa coat, that coat is magic and your belly is getting bigger. You see, how do I do that? Because I've only got one Santa suit and it doesn't really fit me as is. You know, it kind of just fits. You know, that's why I don't wear the belt over the coat ever with the Santa suit. And I basically have destroyed the pants on the Santa suit. Like from the outside, they look fine, but from the inside, they are torn to shreds. The inner lining of that thing is just torn up all over. There's a reason why I don't bend over a lot when I'm in the Santa suit. So yeah, it's a thing. So putting padding in the Santa suit isn't going to work, and that's the biggest size of Santa suit I could find. So yeah. Also, I don't know how I do that. I'm not very good with special effects and stuff. I don't know how to. I can mime a little bit of the whole transformation of the belly getting bigger part because I've done that in a couple of padding videos, but it's never worked out as well as I want it to. You know, if you actually have a magical Santa coat, then I would totally get that off of you. Like, give it to me. That'd be awesome. But yeah. Jeffy says, yay, it's pipe time. Not really, because this thing has always just kept going out. I should have just had the one that I had while I was in the Santa costume, because it's still got some tobacco in it. I was kind of saving that for after dinner. I don't want to get that much. I don't want to get any more fake white beardness over the stem. That's the problem. Wait, what plan? You know, the plan where you win the lottery and I basically, you know, get hired / live as your pig dog. That one. I don't want to get too personal, but that's a thing. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Me and Ichi have a plan that if one of us wins the lottery, then I'm going to get him, or he's going to get himself, a boss-ass mansion that he will do with what he pleases, and you know, just as long as it's got like a a room, building, pool house, whatever, for me and or Damon to basically live in, and I'm going to rename it the like the Pog House or the Dig House or something, and that's where I'll live, and that's it. You know, that'll be that. And yes, I want that to happen just right now. Just do that. Just, you know, do it. It is our life ambition. So yeah. I didn't know if I did Itchy. I didn't know how public you want that to be, but you know, whatever. You know, the whole honesty thing. That's an awesome plan, Tubbs and Itchy. Yeah. What buffet plan? What? We're going to have an underground hallway that connects the two buildings. Why? I'm assuming that these buildings will be close together. Just walk there. Why a hallway? Why? So you just want an underground secret passage? That's all. That's it. You know. Is it going to have a glass ceiling so that you could be under the pool, so that you could see things above it of the pool? That'd be creepy at night. How creepy would that be at night? Unless the pool's lit up, and then in which case the hallway wouldn't need lighting. Oh my god! Did I just design this thing? Did I? I just accidentally designed something. Oh, actually, that would be it. You know, that would be great. That would be awesome. But the thing is that I think that the Vaterhund is going to be way too expensive, because you know, if that thing actually existed, then it's, you know, it's a lounge. It's a performance area. It's basically got a projector in it, so it could be a mini cinema. It's got mud baths, and it's got hot tubs, and it's got like, it's a 2-story thing. You know, it's got pool tables in the other story, and barbecues, and it's just, you know, it's I don't think it's feasible. I really don't. As much as I want that to be my retirement plan, it's basically, that's the dream. But if I was just an owner of a lounge, then I'd be okay. You know, I'd be okay with just that. You know. Gays and furries only? Oh, don't. Why you gotta do that? Anybody's welcome. That's the whole point of that place. Although there is a special event, there's event rooms as well. There is like special event rooms that are often like loaned out to clubs for like the chunky, is it the chunky gentleman for society or something, where they have their own meetings and stuff. It's basically for suited, extremely portly furry guys and stuff. But there's other clubs. I'd make a mini photo. I'm okay with that. Again, you just need one hot tub and one mud bath and one massage table. Very gassy today. I think it's because I basically just had that pasta and then had lots of beer. I'm going to give this a go, and if it basically stays light, then I'm going to stay. Kind of works, but not yet. No, it's not staying. To really work on this. Is there any white beard dye or hair dye that anybody knows of besides just bleach? Because basically that would be great. Because this stuff is a pain in the ass, and I wouldn't mind just it being, properly dyed. Yeah. I can think of those. Okay. Yeah, because it would have been way more efficient if basically it was just dyed that color and still had the consistency of actual hair, whereas this stuff is just not. Seriously, it's just steel wool, just slightly softer steel wool. That's all it feels like. It's weird. The other one I had wasn't this. Was actually worse than this because this seems to have worked. It feels, it looks white on camera. It doesn't look that white in person. It does look just grey. Nope, tiny bit of that fell down into the beard. And it's lost forever. Don't know why I'm doing that. I think that might be a colour rinse that washes out as well. Well, like I said, I'm just trying to think of like anything that I could think of is just not going to work. Like I don't even know what they use for like what's it called? You know, like movie production stuff. I don't know what they use because yeah. Because that would be great, you know, if I could just do that, and then that would just be that'll be there, and that'll be fine. I'd even be okay with wearing it. You know, I would not care if this was permanent, for example. I wouldn't mind. In fact, I'd be very happy with that. I look like my dad. My dad's Santa. My actual dad isn't Santa. It's just a really cool fantasy that, you know, basically that Santa's my dad, but he's not. My mum is also insanely honest, and basically she would tell me if that was the case. Although then that would be a bit weird because I would have a thing for my dad. Oh God, that would be just terrible. Just a side note: there's an incredible amount of incest porn in the Bay community. I don't understand it. It's confusing and not cool, in my opinion. But you know. I was born in September, just saying. Yeah, next weekend, basically a week from today is when we leave for there. Although to be honest, to be completely honest, I'm kind of dreading it because when I'm feeling this down and this depressed, I basically just want to be by myself. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do anything because essentially I feel like I'm bumming them out by telling them about the whole depression thing, and also, you know, all I can think of is depressing shit whenever I'm around people. So I'm kind of annoyed that this depression thing is lingering for as long as it is because essentially I want desperately to be at least how I normally feel around about Christmas. Because yeah, there's a depressing side to Christmas for me. There's people I've lost over Christmas or during Christmas or just before Christmas and stuff, but they'd want me to be happy over Christmas. So I usually am. You know, that thought alone is enough to help me push through and really enjoy Christmas because I still do. I still do. But this year, because of the depression thing, it's really hard. I'm really struggling, and it pisses me off so much. And yeah, having to act happy around people, having to act like myself, my normal, regular, jolly self at Christmas is just. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass, but Damon would like me to be there, so I'm going to do it. I really want him to watch this and basically find out by accident that I don't want to go this Christmas, but at the same time, I want to be there for him because Christmas. So yeah, next week. But it's only for a week. You know, I've only got to get through it a week. Yeah. I also feel really guilty because I haven't done any of the Christmas prep that I normally do because of depression. Yay. So I haven't gotten everybody a Christmas gift yet. I haven't done any Christmas cards. I haven't done any of the Christmas stuff. Any of it. I mean, let's see. The office isn't decked out with the usual laser light and the little mini tree in here and stuff like that. It's just, you know. Life is pain and all that stuff. I'm sorry, Tubbs. I definitely understand. Great big hugs really struggle. That's okay. It's okay. I think what I'm really struggling with is that the whole thing of like wanting to be alone because I'm depressed and stuff is bugging me a lot more than usual because normally I don't feel the loneliness. I don't know why, but I just don't feel the loneliness when I've been depressed in the past. I've kind of like isolated myself so I don't have to deal with both other people's bullshit and also I just got my own bullshit to deal with then. So it's kind of comforting to know that I'm not being a pain in the fuck. Um, trying to think of more better insults for myself, but it's not working. But yeah, I do this time. I do feel actually lonely about it and stuff. Like Damon's away at Helsinki, in Helsinki for this weekend, um, to cheer up one of his friends, and I'm here by myself this weekend, and I actually feel lonely. I'm not used to it. It's weird. Excuse me. I hope you know you can write me about shit, literally anytime. Like even dark, depressing shit. Oh my god. No, because I don't want you to criss yourself just because I've said something really depressing. I don't want you to think you'll bum me out. Well, yeah. We don't all have escape hatches. You're very lucky, Ichi. Um, Tubbs, we definitely are here for you. Here's many more hugs and stuff. Yeah, Jeff, that's nice. And prepare for some honesty. You're not though. You guys are already here because I'm turning the camera on so you can see me. I'm not on the camera. Completely different story. I'm okay with it. Um, yeah. Well, on the bummer end of things, I think I am going to go because I'm super hungry and I realized that I basically have to clean the bathroom out before I can actually get in the shower to actually shower this stuff off my face, which will make me super happy because I'll just look like myself again. Yeah. Seriously though, guys, Merry Christmas. I really do hope that everybody has a really good Christmas. Yeah. I'll be thinking of you. And it's nice that you guys are thinking of me. But honestly, I understand if you don't. I really do. Seriously, don't feel guilty about having so much fun just because I'm not having fun. Anyway. Toodles, guys. I'm going to hit the goodbye button. I'm going to give you another belly salute because I can now without actually busting a bladder or something. I don't know what it is about alcohol that makes my bladder shrink, but because I normally have a big capacity for pee, but alcohol, it's like the first batch, yeah, it stays in the bladder, but second batch is like, nope, bladder shrunk, it needs to pee now. Anyway, belly rubs and belly salutes. And I will be online, probably not this weekend, but maybe on Sunday for LiveTUBBZ Weekly. I'm trying to think of when I'm going to do the next art stream, but I don't know. And yeah, but I'll see you guys later. And look out for the Santa video. It should be up sometime this week. I'm going to edit it. Hopefully, all of tomorrow should be done for editing. Apart from the little times when I'm basically just playing on the computer because, yeah, I don't have any work to do, I don't think. I don't know. Anyway. Bye-bye. And say goodbye to... Oh, I found that beer. When I poked my... It's just on my hand. That tiny dribble of beer that happened. Just when I poked my beard, it just went on my finger. It's like it was waiting to escape the beard. And it's not white. Maybe this stuff is actually permanent, because that would be awesome, but it's probably not. If I can rinse it all out and it basically just goes back to normal beard consistency but stays this color, I would be happy. That would be awesome, but probably not. Anyway. Bye, guys.